I'm pretty sure I have a video in my playlist. I think it's just called my dive gear playlist, and I talk about reels. I definitely cover how to use reels in my cave diving stuff. So let me just go through the three kinds of reels that I have in my possession. There's lots of different models and different brands, and they function slightly differently. So this is what's called a primary reel. So this is an exploration reel, exploration class reel. There's actually ones even bigger than this. This holds 450 feet of cave line, and this is what I would use if I have to do a big long run to get to where the cave line actually starts. So in very, very popular caves, in the sense of there's snorkeling area, there's cavern diving area, typically the cave, where the cave actually begins, it's cut back like hundreds of feet, just so that the tourists don't get sort of tempted to go into the dark hole that is the cave passage itself. So we have to run like big long lines, and you can see here it has a reel on it, or it has a handle, like a dial on it that you can turn, which makes this a reel. This one here, it's called a jump reel, essentially from the main line. So as I'm going, so let's say I'm like many hundreds of feet, 1,000 feet, like a kilometer into a cave line. Let's just say there's a branch, like a jump off of the main line, and it doesn't matter how far it is, but it's not physically connected, so it's not teed in or wide into the main line. I have to use a jump reel, and basically following one of the golden rules of cave diving, maintaining a continuous line to the surface, to my exit, is I would attach this to my main line, put down my reference arrows so I know which way is the exit in complete blackout. Then I connect the main line to the jump line down a side passage that I want to go explore or whatever. I think the most number of jumps I've done in a cave is like 7. I have to carry 7 of these things to connect to where I'm going to go. So this one here, so those are reels, and this would be a spool. A spool doesn't have any handle on here to wind. So what I have to do in order to use this is I have to actually, it gets deployed simply by pulling the line out, and then to put the line away, I basically just take the line and just spool it up. Kind of like a spool for like a threading, like a thread, like sewing thread spool. So yeah, you should always have one of these. They're called safety spools. This one here is actually called a reach gap spool. It's actually meant to connect like tiny little gaps, but you should always have a safety spool so you can look for ways to get out of the cave.